Over the next 5 to 10 years, many people predict that there will be close to 300 million middle-class consumers on the continent of Africa. And many of those consumers are moving from rural areas to urban areas. So the opportunity and the need really, to increase local food production is immense. Unless the local food industry grows and develops and reaches its capacity, Africa will continue to struggle with food insecurity. Partners in Food Solutions represents a new and unique approach at helping African countries feed their own people and build sustainable food value chains. Africa has so much potential, and the world really needs to begin to see Africa as a producing continent rather than just a continent that's in need. And we're at a place in history where that is actually beginning to happen. Food insecurity in Africa has been often addressed in a reactionary way. And the opportunity that's there now is to address it in a proactive way. And part of that is by looking at the whole agricultural value chain and finding the places that, with a little bit of investment, a little bit of capacity, can be transformative to the whole continent.
So we believe that one of the key growth opportunities for Africa's food sector is the food processing part of the value chain. And we believe that if we can get the food processing sector going, it draws from the smallholder farmer and provides a constant, stable market. And it has tremendous leverage also on the other side to provide a variety of nutritious, safe food for African consumers.
But I think that what we've done uniquely is that we found a way in that we can be very focused on helping to make that smallholder farmer successful, but we do it by pulling their business forward, by pulling their crops forward into the marketplace and finding a route for their products in the marketplace. Without the farmer and the crops that they create, you really don't have a food value chain. And so I think it's critically important that we focus our efforts on making sure that we're making that farmer successful, that we make that farm family sustainable.
So Partners in Food Solutions aggregates the expertise and know-how of some of the world's leading global food companies and shares that with small and growing food companies in Africa.
It's really about partnership on so many levels. And so partnership with General Mills and its employees, a partnership with other companies, a partnership with the government, and a partnership with food processing, small and medium-sized businesses in Africa.
Businesses have a critical role to play in the fight against food insecurity. The know-how and resources that they uniquely bring is often what's missing in the fight against hunger and the fight against food insecurity.
The gap between what is and what should be is so wide, and it seems just to call out for us, if not us, who?
Food insecurity and addressing hunger and food insecurity is a natural for General Mills. We're in the food business, and we don't like to see people going hungry anywhere in the world, and this has been really a commitment for us for many, many decades.
PFS is really a great partner for us because they're the missing link in connecting the need to address malnutrition on the ground, working with companies in Africa to make these safe and high-quality and nutritious foods that benefit the local population.
Intellectual philanthropy represents the sharing not of money, but of know-how. And Partners in Food Solutions and our consortium of global food companies has a lot of know-how in the food industry. So being able to aggregate that and share that with promising high-potential companies, we believe can have a transformative effect on food insecurity in Africa. Through our partnership with TechnoServe, they identify high-potential small and growing food companies and work with those companies to identify projects that meet their most pressing needs. They then package those projects up and those come to us. We use employee volunteers from our corporate partners, General Mills, Cargill, DSM and Bühler, to transfer their expertise and know-how to small and growing food companies in Africa.
Knowledge is transferred basically either via emails, but then we also have the cloud server, PFS Connect, and we also use other means of information transfer such as WebEx, Skype, and conference calls.
What's really unique about the Partners in Food Solutions model is the way that we're able to transfer technology remotely. The value that we create is from what we know. And that's a little bit different.
Our role is to be a catalyst and a partner, helping to transform the local food markets and the food processing industry. We can't do that alone. We need the Partners in Food Solutions Group, Cargill, Bühler, DSM, and General Mills to bring their technical and other resources to complement those on-the-ground skills that we have.
TechnoServe also helps us facilitate sector-wide training. So not only are we working with individual high-potential companies, we are working with the entire industry to help address common concerns that can help move the entire industry forward.
I think what's unique and very, very paramount to Partners in Food Solutions is that the changes that we're creating or the assistance that we're giving is actually changing the lives of hundreds of thousands of people.
We see a clear benefit for Bühler in terms of motivation of our employees. To be able to use their knowledge to do something very good. I think that gives a tremendous sense of motivation and sense of purpose into any organization.
It's been wonderful to see how companies like Cargill, who are a tremendously important partner of General Mills, or DSM, or Bühler now, they have been eager to come into this organization and help us. I think they see the world the same way. And we've also had TechnoServe come in, the tremendous global business development agency who've been a tremendous on-the-ground partner for us. Root Capital has been an important partner. That's why it's called Partners in Food Solutions. And of course, USAID, who have been such a tremendous founding partner.
There's so many things that we can do when we work in concert with USAID that neither General Mills or Cargill can do on their own. Their access to host country governments, the fact that it really is a public-private partnership, and so the direction and the evolution of it's been really gratifying, and I think it's going to make meaningful differences on the ground.
I think we're at the point now where we can envision a future for Africa where it helps to be one of the breadbaskets of the world, where Africa is producing enough food not only to meet its own needs, but to export and help meet the needs of a growing world population.
So Africa's potential at a macro level is the fact that 65% of the undeveloped arable land in the world is in Africa. And so if we're going to feed 9 billion people and feed them in the way to which they deserve, we're going to need Africa. And so the issue for us around Africa isn't as a want to, it's very much a must.
Partners in Food Solutions is an important partner for General Mills because it's one of the most profound ways our company is engaged in solving food security in Africa. It leverages all of our competency and expertise. It draws on our core value and our mission of nourishing lives. And it's a way that we can transfer what we have learned from 140 years of processing food to small and mid-sized businesses in Africa.
Africa's recent economic growth has caught the world's attention, and further investment into its local businesses can help continue to drive that in ways that bring change not only to local economies, but to the global economy. Partners in Food Solutions represents a unique opportunity for companies to leverage their core business knowledge to really make a difference on the issue of food insecurity.